cooking us a scrumptious recipe, roast baby. You believe this? I was digging around in the attic the other day and I found this cookbook from 1720. Now y'all, this is my grandmama's recipe, so it has to be good. Roast baby with vegetables. Now, I know that it's hard times with the economy right now, and this is your bare bones recipe. All you need is some celery, some carrots, some onions, and a potato, and of course, butter. Now, okay, for your prime ingredient, you're gonna need an infant. A 7 to 10 pound baby is ideal. We went to the local butcher shop today, and I got myself a 9 and 4 ounce pound baby. So, you don't need any of the limbs chopped off, you don't need it cut up, you don't need it skinned. You can use every part of this baby in this recipe today. Just set that aside and let it thaw. So y'all, we're gonna start by preparing our vegetables. And while we're cutting them up, I'm gonna tell you the story behind this recipe. Now, let's just start by cutting some celery. Now, back in 1720, when my grandmama was alive, there was this guy named Jonathan Swift, and he created this recipe. You believe that, y'all? You believe that? And their economy was bad. They were going through tough times, just like we are today. So I thought I'd cook you this today. Now, he once said back then, well, the reason he came up with this was for preventing the children of poor people in Ireland from being a burden to their parents or country and making them beneficial to the public. Now, he was brilliant. Now, y'all, for making the children useful, think of how many people are going to go less hungry. Think everybody was going to get fed. Think of all that stuff. Now, let's get ourselves some onion cake. You don't have to chop it up fine, just however you like it. With some butter, preferably. Now, back to my story. Okay. Back then, we all have some competitor in our hearts. I know I do. I gotta cook the best food from everybody. Back then, they was competing for who could bring the fattest child to the table. Nobody wants to be eating some scrawny 6 pound baby. Now, they'd compete, and that was part of the deal he came up with too. People who brought the larger child to the dinner table, they got more money, and they were less poor. Everybody didn't fit it. It helped everything. The economy, it would have been booming. Booming. Okay, we got some of our stuff chopped up, and let's get a little bit of potato. I know back then they might not have had all the potato, but because they was going through the famine, but we got it here today. Now, that population control like I was talking about, they was talking about 80,000 carcasses throughout that they could produce from food and whatnot. I didn't read the whole story, but hey. Now, get some potatoes in chunks. You know, we're cooking roast baby. Stew chunks is good. Okay. Now, y'all, I know I'm still in the vegetables, but make sure you have plenty of butter. I have something special for you today. I have my own butter box. Now, come and take a look at this. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Now, back to my story. There is a touchy subject on child abuse and miscarriages and stuff. And think of the incentive this guy gave those men back then. Not beating your wife, you can have a big baby and you can bring it to market and get paid. You can have all the riches. Think back to that. Less beatings, less miscarriages, everyone was happy. And the moms, they had to show love to their children because they'd just lose them shortly after. Only a few months after they're born, they'd be brought to market. Now, I think we got all of vegetables prepared. And we're gonna start putting this all together and put it into the oven. Alright, now we got all our ingredients chopped up, ready to go, put out. It's just, we got one thing left, the main ingredient, oh baby. But first things first, we gotta get our oven preheated. Now, you just gotta put it on to 350, no baby temperature. Let that warm up while you get your stuff prepared. Now, we got our baby wrapped and ready to go. Not cut up anything from the butcher. You gotta use all your pieces when you're making this recipe. You gotta utilize everything. Back then, do you think they threw away something just because it looked bad? Just because it was feet? They put that in a jar and they pickled it. Now, y'all, we got ourselves a nice, clean baby. Yeah, everything on it. No, nothing cut off. Alright, let's start off. Give some butter. You have to have your base of butter, because what's the flavor gonna be, okay? Let's just get some butter now. Okay, don't cut it up now. When it's cooked, that's when you can cut it up. I know my boys, they love them drumsticks. Save that for them. Let's just put this here in the pan. Make sure it fits, it's nice and in there. You can still grab your handles. Okay. Now, let's get down to these vegetables. You can just take them, you just put them in the bottom because all the drippings from the baby, it's going to go down there and it's going to cook these vegetables. Let's just dump that in there. Whoops. Okay, now, set that aside. Get our potatoes, put it down there. Get our carrots. My boys, they love their carrots. Okay. And last, our celery. Now, you don't need to go big home seasoning for this baby. It's got good flavor itself, being so young. Maybe 10, 11 months. So we're just gonna go with some salt and some pepper. Just sprinkle that on it, baby. Make sure you get good on your pepper. And get some salt on there. You know, it might be salty as it is, but just sprinkle that on there. Sprinkle it. Now, we have to make sure this baby gets cooked good. Even though, good piece of meat, you don't want nothing bad, no bugs. Now we got ourselves a little roasting thermometer. And a baby is like veal. It's a baby human, veal is a baby cow. So when it comes to the veal temperature, that's about when you want to pull it out. Probably a good hour, 45 minutes, depending on your oven. So you just stick that in the fattest pot. Now we got everything prepared, all the seasonings on, baby's ready. Basted everything. We're gonna come over here to our oven, 350 degrees, should be heated by now. The hotter I go out. Alright, now the middle wrap. I'm gonna go for 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna check her. And then come back, and if she's done, that's golden brown, then I'll pull her out. If not, I'll give her a few more minutes. And remember, that veal right there, that's about the right temperature for her. 45 minutes an hour. Alright, y'all.
This one special price of $19.95. Just call now. Just several payments of $19.95. You heard that right?
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Perfect spoon.
Hi y'all, welcome back. Let's get this roast baby out the oven. Oh, look at this nice golden brown. Okay, let's take this baby off and let's set it in rest. Let all those juices keep going. And look at this nice vegetables cooked on the bottom. Alrighty, about 15 minutes, let it rest.